only one way, and this controls your speed. It will move, and as you move away from the beginning, it will go faster. It also has an off-on button here. And like I say, I'm still an e-bike virgin, so I haven't completed the bike, but I'm working on it. It's my winter project. Okay, it also comes with two hand grips in case your bicycle has caliber brakes. The good thing about the way they designed the system, if you have a bike that doesn't use caliber brakes, what this basically does is when this is plugged into the system, if you squeeze the brake, it makes contact inside here through a switch, and it disables the motor. So if you get into trouble and the motor's pushing you out of control, just by putting on the brake, it disconnects the motor so you can safely stop and get the problem straightened out. And you just, if you have the caliber brakes already on your bike, you take the part off your handlebars that came with your bike and replace it with this. And put your cables up through and just run everything the way it normally was. And it does come with a couple extra hand grips after you get everything installed. From what I've read, it pretty much takes about a half an hour. If you were to take a bicycle right off the street in a half an hour, you could have the system up and running, and that's pretty good. But it is a very well designed system, heavy duty motor. It does come with tires. And if you're looking for this particular system online, I did get it on eBay, I'll tell you that much. It comes with a tire, but the tire that it comes with the unit is a black tire. This one is a white one because I just recently purchased a new bike. It comes with two white wall tires, so I just transferred the system over so it's going to look the way it's supposed to. It does have a booklet, a brief instructions, show you how the thing goes. Like I said, it's not a real large book, but because all the plugs are keyed, they'll only go in a certain way. Unless you've got a problem with color blindness, you should have no problem looking it up, even if you've never dealt with electronics or anything before. They show you in the book what wrenches. You just need a crescent wrench, a screwdriver, some pull ties to hook the wires up against the frame so that they're not in the way, and a couple of Allen wrenches. So it's pretty straightforward, not a whole deal. So within a half an hour, I don't know if the batteries are charged. There are protective things on it to protect the battery so that you don't accidentally short them out while you're making the transition. And that's pretty much it. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with it once the snow is gone here in Maine. We didn't get much this winter, but when the snow is gone, I get everything put together. I'm anxious to take it out for a ride. One thing I did do that you don't have to, but I wanted to make this thing kind of customized. So I didn't want to use this battery bag. It's more than adequate. It looks nice. They did a good job putting it together. So I decided I wanted to make it more permanent installation. And on the back of it, that's what this little piece back here is for. If you notice, this is going to be my battery box. It's basically a toolbox that's made out of aluminum diamond plate, so it's light. It has latches, so you can keep it closed, and you can also lock it if you want. Those type of small locks are easy to pick, but nevertheless, it's there. I installed some running lights on it if I get caught on it after dark. It's kind of a neat looking system. I also installed a cigarette lighter plug, so I don't have to run my wires, open the case up and charge the battery, or take the battery inside and charge it. I installed the cigarette lighter plug, and that's what this extra thing was from the charger. I did this. It'll make it very convenient. It'll just plug in, and I also installed a small pilot light over here, hidden behind this. It's green, so when I plug this in, it disables the rest of the control circuitry and feeds all the voltage directly to the battery so that the battery will charge up. Sometimes if they have other stuff in the circuit, it will cause the battery not to charge quite as quickly. So it's got a little relay, and it's kind of fun messing around with it. I have a switch back here on the left-hand side to turn the lights off and on. And over here I have a power switch that actually turns the whole system off and on. There is a little switch up on the handlebar. I want to put my own on this, so that disables the whole system. Just shuts the battery right off. Now if you're looking at this is kind of my own idea. I needed to pass the wires into the system, and just like it's got here. And I wanted something that if I get caught in the rainstorm, the rain isn't going to go in through the hole. So I made a hole inside about this big. This is actually a piece that goes on a car engine that allows the water to go from right here in here. And it's got a downward angle. I just drilled a hole here and a couple of holes here. Oh, and by the way, this goes on the Corvette, so I figured I'd make it look kind of neat. But anyway, so that's that. Inside, I'm going to elevate this up so you can see a little bit. There's a lot of components in here. This here, I don't know if you can see it, but this is the controller circuit. It's got little heat sink fins and a metal block to help absorb any heat that's in there. I did put a fuse here. The two batteries go side by side, and I've got some loose connections. The other morning, I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning putting this thing together, but when I got the power applied to it, the lights came on, there was no smoke, and that's a good thing when you're working with electronics. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun once I get everything installed. Parts have been slowly trickling in from eBay and Amazon. I'm still waiting on a couple of parts to put the rack on the rear fender. But other than that, it's been a lot of fun doing it, and it's kind of a shame to. I'm a retired electronic technician. I've been retired about 5 years, and I haven't really done any electronic work for 5 years. So it was kind of fun getting into this and making sure my skills were till up to par, so I could follow the schematic and everything, so I could put this thing up myself. That's pretty much it. Excuse me. If you decide you want to try doing this, it's an excellent system. If you're looking for this exact system, it did come from eBay. You can tell by the unique design here, and it will have a tire, but it will be a black tire, not a white one. So you know that you've got the right system. The company is in California. I had this thing within 5 days, and so cross country, that's a pretty good deal. And I'm really anxious to put it through its paces. They say it'll do about 20 miles an hour, which is the legal limit for a motorized bike. So that works out great. I'm actually, you're allowed up to 700 watts, and this is only 500, so I'm below that level. So it's going to be a fun thing. I'm looking forward to spring, put this all together, and take it out on the road, because I enjoy my exercise. So, well, that's about it. Like I say, I'm going to post part of this online. You might be able to get you on YouTube. Obviously, if you're watching, you haven't already, but they have a regular web page that this is going to reference to this video, so you'll be able to take a look. And I recommend going ahead if you like to get exercise, but you want a way to get you home when you're tired. I think this is the way to go. So enjoy.